So today, since you did well in the lesson, it seems that you're ready to move on and do an extension. Okay, and so as an extension, we're going to look at something that's actually from topic 8, which we skip around a little bit, and we don't necessarily do topic 8. So this is order of operations. Now, we've talked about order of operations a little bit already. What we've talked about are please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS. And we talked about how first we saw parentheses, then exponents, then multiplication or division, whichever comes first when you read them in order, and then addition and subtraction, whichever comes first when you read them in order. And by the way, I do want you to make sure that you're taking the notes that I'm taking. Okay? So, today we're going to continue with order of operations, but we're going to talk about something that's pretty tricky, and that's when the order of operations have brackets. So if you look down here, and not only brackets, by the way, but we're bringing everything in. We're going to have brackets, we're going to have decimals, we're going to have exponents, and make these really tough. Okay, but just because they're tough doesn't mean you can't do them. It just means that you might need to slow yourself down. So, what we're going to start with is this problem here. So if I look at order of operations, the first thing I need to do is P for parentheses. Now, brackets are these straight-looking parentheses. They have right angles, squared edges. Parentheses, regular parentheses, are this. So what you do is, first you solve the regular parentheses. So I'm going to box in what I need to do first. 8 and 1/10 plus 0 and 9/10. Now remember, adding decimals, line up the dot, give it all I got. Remember, adding and subtracting decimals, line up the dot. When we multiply decimals, it's the most digits on top. Okay, so we're going to be running into those rules a little bit. So anyway, adding, so 8 and 1/10 plus 0 and 9/10. 9 plus 1 is 10. Decimal, decimal, down. 8 plus 1 is 9, so I've got 9 whole. So this is essentially 9 whole. If I know this takes a little time, and I know it's not always what you want to do, but I think rewriting it, bracket 2, parentheses, now inside the parentheses is 9, close the parentheses, 2. Rewriting it, to me, is the easiest way. It's the most foolproof way for getting it correct. Okay? So I went ahead and I did that. I rewrote it. So now I have 7 plus brackets 2, parentheses, 9. Whenever you have two numbers sitting next to each other, but no operation, by the way, I'm still in parentheses. I did this one, but how do, it doesn't tell me whether I need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide here. We've talked about this before. Whenever you have two numbers, so if I have 2 and 9 like I have there, you have to assume that it's multiplication. Okay? So, this means 2 times 9, which is 18. So now in the brackets I have 18, so 7 plus 18. And now I don't have exponents, multiplication or division, I don't have that. I now have addition or subtraction. I have addition, 18 plus 7. Some of you are going to choose to do it mentally. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I get 25. So my solution to this is 25. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to pair with somebody else who also is on this step. So you're going to have to look around the room for a minute without being disruptive, pairing with somebody else around the room to do these 4 problems. Okay? And take your time and see how you guys do, and then we can check it over after. Okay? So the directions right now are to find someone working on this as well. You might have to look around for a minute because some other people are also taking notes. And when you're ready, you and that person are going to find a good place to work, not be disruptive, and be working through these 4 problems. When you're done with these, you do your best, then you move on to early finishers. Okay? So you just learned a new skill, one that we have not taught yet, or I have not taught yet, but to the class, but you seem to be ready for it. So good luck working through the problems, and then good luck moving on to early finishers.